All right, all right. Happy Monday. How's it going? We are back. Mickey Black, Jennifer J. On the Digital Marketing Network. We are back. It's Monday. We're back to talk more automation and AI in marketing. So, today specifically, we're talking about web publishing, the different AI web publishing tools that are out there. I know when we're talking about different platforms like Go High Level, they'll have AI generative tools right inside there where you can create your content and your images. Some people use outside tools, whether it be making it in your Chat GPT or Jasper. There's a couple of other tools like Copy.ai out there. So we're talking all about web publishing and content tools and seeing what people are using. So Jennifer J, I know you got a lot of tools. What are you using these days? Are you using resources in Go High Level? Are you using outside resources? What's your approach?
So I do a bit of both. I use ChatGPT, of course, and I also use um the conversation AI inside of Go High Level.
Okay.
Chat widget, live chat widget on the website, being able to have once they click or opt in, the opportunity to engage with the chat widget the conversation AI based off of what they do, right? Or what
Mm-hmm.
they say or message in. Um Outside of the platform, I just use ChatGPT for, helping me with content descriptions, helping me with, landing page descriptions, helping me
Mm-hmm.
brainstorm. I also use a software for my YouTube that's AI. That's Taja.ai.
Taja. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's oh, it's one more. I use Evie.ai.
EV.ai. What is that?
Yes. So Evie.ai is basically on LinkedIn, and it helps you generate those conversations quicker. It helps you respond quicker. It helps you post quicker. And so I have that attached to my LinkedIn.
Gotcha. Those are some pretty good tools. Um, so I noticed. So I noticed you did two things. So I've noticed um, you don't do all your content development in ChatGPT. You use some separate tools. I do the same. So I'll use ChatGPT a lot of times, but I'll use it in tandem with. I don't know if you ever heard of AI PRM.
No, what is that, Mickey?
So AI PRM is an add-on plugin to ChatGPT, and what it does, and it allows you to create different frameworks or workflows. So, say for instance, I've got one particular workflow where, when you're talking about social media, well, I'll use it to connect or dialogue with people on LinkedIn. So I've got a profile where it knows me, it knows what, business objectives I have. And then what I'll do is I'll run a template. So anytime anybody that I'm connected to makes a post, I drop that post into this template. It sees my profile, it sees their profile as well as the content, and it'll come up with a conversation starter or commentary that's relevant, and it'll start to weave in what it knows about me and that person that I'm dialoguing with. So it's like an aware content stream, because sometimes when you're talking about specifically engaging on LinkedIn, you can have almost like endless people that you want to connect with, right? So if you've got a stream and there's like, say, a dozen people have posts in your community, I usually spend about 30 minutes in the morning going through everybody that's posted. So if it's like 10 or 20 people that I really want to engage with their content, it's nothing but a second for me to drop in the original post. It'll automatically see our profiles and come up with a relevant dialogue. So I use that in AIPRM, but I also make custom GPTs. So, in ChatGPT, you can make a custom GPT that automatically does a certain sequence of things on command with a certain knowledge reference all the time. So, say for instance, for the show, I've got it down to where all I have to do is put in a subject title,
Mhm.
and then it'll automatically create the script for the show. It'll create the YouTube description. It'll create a clickbait style headline, and it'll create a social post that I can use to share it on LinkedIn. And then it'll also create an email that I can shoot out to my connections and colleagues via email. And it
Mhm.
does all this literally in 60 seconds because it's programmed to do that sequence of events based on one subject. So I use that to kind of like um, kickstart the dialogue, and then we all talked about Apollo dot Apollo.io.
IO.
I I use that AI tool that they have where you can set up a CRM sequence. It'll automatically see that person's LinkedIn that you're talking to and create custom dialogue. Let's say, for instance, say they're, a healthcare practitioner. It'll come up with dialogue that's specific to them. So it's relevant. It's not just like a blanket email that you send out to everybody, but it can actually have
Mhm.
verifiable proof that it's custom to that person. So those are the big things. So I noticed you mentioned YouTube. Um, what are you using for, say, more content heavy? So say for instance your blogs, your workshops, your email sequences. What are
Mhm.
you using to create that content?
So I am using ChatGPT to create that content.
Okay.
And it's funny, I attended a mastermind this weekend and in Las Vegas, and I was talking to one of my mastermind buddies, and he was telling me about some different AI tools, right? And so I know a lot of people use Claude over
Yeah.
ChatGPT, right?
Yeah.
And so, he was like, "Well, why do you only use ChatGPT?" And I said, honestly, because that's all I know. And I don't feel like I prompted properly to get that type of information out of it to be able to just utilize it. Right. And so all of my past sessions are in there, which I really love about them because you don't have to go create a new chat every time. You can just go
Yeah.
find the same chat. And now, it takes that memory. You'll see it sometimes, it'll say memory
Mm-hmm.
updated. It'll
Mm-hmm.
take that memory, and I don't have to keep telling it over and over again, what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
Or what does this in reference to. So I'm kind of vested in ChatGPT. I don't really want to take
Yeah.
that out of something else. I mean, I've tried other tools, but I just like ChatGPT. And so I still use that, just like you said, to be able to create the social posts, descriptions, create the emails, create the YouTube. Well, now I use Taja AI, and I think that's what he was saying. Why do you use that? And I said because it's created for YouTube.
For YouTube.
And I
Yeah.
said
Specific
sometimes
software. Yeah.
me and ChatGPT go back and forth arguing because don't tell me you can't see this link. I know you can. It's just like I don't have time for that. I just need you to review it and give me the information I asked you to. So that's why I kind of use the different tools based off of that. But a lot of what I do is ChatGPT, so blogs as well. I still again don't use it straight out the box. I take it, let it give me a start, and then I go back and edit whatever it put out. Um it's not necessarily in my own words that I'm worried about. What I edit is my values, principles, and expertise that I want to convey, because ChatGPT doesn't know that. And ChatGPT can't get that specific because it's me. And so I
Mhm.
go back in, edit it, put me in it, what I want you to know from this, and then I put it out.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up in terms of the other tools that are out there because, as you mentioned, there's Claude, there's Gemini, then there's the sometimes people use Copilot, but you mentioned the fact that you've got all those past sessions, and
Mhm.
that is my issue as well. Is that there's so much content already there in Chat GPT. I couldn't
Mhm.
duplicate it in Claude. I think
Mhm.
the only thing that comes close that I think about is Gemini. So Gemini is the one that is the Google one. And the only benefit there I can see is that it can be integrated right into your Gmail, right into your Google Drive, and so you can have like a repository of content that it can like engage with right in Google Drive. I haven't gone through the steps of setting that up, but I'm already very set up and very vested in ChatGPT,
Mhm.
whether it be the custom GPTs, whether it be like you say, they've got the chats that have the past sessions in there.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's very difficult once you get attached. And you wouldn't think it. It's like only been like what 6 months or whatever it is, but once you get
Yeah.
vested, it can be very hard to move. But you mentioned Taja. Now, are there any other new tools that you're checking out on the horizon in terms of web publishing or web content?
No, not me in particular, because it's just so many that you can go down a rabbit hole for, right? And
Yeah.
so if I was to give advice, I would say stay to what you need, right? The only reason why I even know about the one for YouTube is because I'm creating content for YouTube, and YouTube is a channel that, people find me on, and they come in and they engage on. And so that's why I'm using that for YouTube. Um, it's so much AI out here. You just can't spend your day looking at all this AI and then you don't get anything done.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
right. And so I know that's a bottleneck for me, and I know that I can do it, right? But I'm kind of changing my mindset to where it's like, no, I'm on this course, so I'm looking for things that's going to support me on this course. And then that's what I'm going to invest my time in to see if it's worth me using forward. And that's kind of how the Taja AI came to fruition. It also not only does the YouTube optimization, but it'll create shorts as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
not only does it look at it, it creates shorts, and it also, and so I just found this out this morning, it also analyzes the performance and tells you how to fix your videos.
Yeah.
I said, wow.
Yeah, because it looks like the historical performance of your
Mhm.
channel and your videos and starts to analyze it. Yeah, it's a game changer because you don't have to figure it out yourself. It does it for you.
Yes, it definitely is, because I looked at one today and it said that I needed to improve my introduction in one of my videos. And it was like, you only have 3 seconds to grab the person's attention, and you need to do this. And so I was like, wow. So it's just like if you had a person reviewing
Mm-hmm.
your YouTube. So I was like, oh, okay. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's gonna put people like people who are like podcast coaches or producers or whatever. Now
Mhm.
you got it all right in the AI. The AI will tell you what you need to do. But
Yeah.
so what is quick hacks? So I think we're almost done, but want to leave the people with a couple of quick hacks that they can really integrate specifically for their web publishing techniques. What do you got? Any hacks for the people?
I would just say, like I said, I use it for landing page copy, those type of things. Being able to utilize it to get your ideas out, helping it be, your partner during the day. Like, brainstorm with me this, and then you run with those concepts and tweak the content so that it makes sense and that it's engaging. If you're like me and you can't prompt it properly, fix it. And it just really cuts down on you having to figure things out, right?
Yeah.
And even as far as, on the back end, your emails, being able to craft it and guide it and tell it like, no, that's too long, because ChatGPT is long-winded.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's too much information. Just cut it down to just this. And that would be my hack. Like, use it as your assistant.
I like that. I like that. There's a couple of things that have helped me. I think number one, if people out there are able to figure out how to make that custom GPT, that will especially cut down on things that you're doing all the time, like the repetitive tasks. Like if you recognize yourself sending out a certain kind of email all the time, or recognize yourself trying to figure out a certain social post sequence or something like that, you can make a custom GPT to just drop in information and it'll automatically do that for you all the time. The other secret weapon is AI PRM. It may be a little bit advanced for some users, but once you figure it out in terms of how to make the template, and there are a number of pre-made templates in the community. Like one of my favorites is a Midjourney template where all you have to do is type in, let's say woman with apple, and it will create a very detailed prompt for you that is all of the information, whether it be like you want it photorealistic and Hasselblad lens at 35 millimeter focus with some lens flares. It will all add in all that detail so you get the picture that you're trying to get. But it comes with some pre-built templates, AI PRM, that you can use. And then the other one really has been that Apollo.io, when you set up that AI in the CRM and it automatically creates new dialogue for you. It's almost as if you don't even need to know how to do it. It makes the execution super easy. But those would be my three tools, three hacks, whatever you want to call it. Those would be what I would give to the people. But anything else before we drop? I think we're almost at the time.
No, that is it for me for AI.
All right. Well, people will be back tomorrow. Again, Digital Marketing Network. We are here Monday through Thursday. Lunchtime, 1 o'clock Eastern. We will see you tomorrow. Cheers.